The last session, we also have three presentations. The first one is Community Innovation Hub. Where's Memorial the Arts? Maybe explain to us.
Yes,
okay?
I'll explain.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Good afternoon. I'm Sonwabile Sigenu from the University of Pretoria in South Africa, and I'm presenting to you the Community Innovation Hub, a proposal developed by Engineers Without Borders, University of Pretoria, and the Mamelodi Arts and Culture Forum. So basically, just to give you an overview of my presentation, I'll start with the introduction, background to Engineers Without Borders and Mamelodi Arts and Culture Forum, what problem we're addressing and what we hope to achieve. Then just what the hub includes, broken down into ICT Community Center and the Makerspace. Concluded by the impact matrix and the conclusion. So introduction. Engineers Without Borders South Africa forms part of a bigger community. There's also Engineers Without Borders Australia, Canada, and so forth. But EWBSA, for short, has been a registered NGO in South Africa since 2013, and at the core of it is 9 student chapters, 9 university student chapters. And with all this manpower, our mandate is to empower engineers to empower communities. And we believe that you don't need to be an engineer to engineer a solution. And that is the exact same position that our community beneficiaries stand in. They may have the raw capability to find a solution to their problems. They may have the willingness, driven by the desperation, to put some food on the plate. However, they may lack in resources and some skills here and there, and that's where we come in. So Engineers Without Borders University of Pretoria was established in 2014, and we were established in partnership with the world-renowned JCP community module, which all students in the engineering, built environment, and IT faculty at University of Pretoria, or UP, have to do. So within the bigger mandate of our mother body, we've chosen our mandate as empowering engineering transformation towards empowered communities. Why are we trying to engineer transformation? As you may have known, South Africa comes from a difficult past with oppression during apartheid, so we have to level the ground for opportunity. We want equal opportunities for all communities within South Africa. Therefore, transformation from the past to the new is necessary. So our partners, Mamelodi Arts and Culture Forum, or MACFO, they are situated in Mamelodi, which is a township. These are settlements formed on the outskirts of cities during apartheid, and they also have some informal settlements in forms of shacks and squatter camps, so forth. Mamelodi is one of those townships on the outskirts of Pretoria, which is the capital, the executive capital of South Africa. They are focused on arts and culture and also artisanry, fixing things and being creative and creating new products. We have worked with them on the Liter of Light project. Some of you may know it. It's a worldwide project, and this is a project in which we have already trained up to 50 agents within the community to teach other people to build these Liter of Lights. So we inspire to inspire, not just for you to be inspired and that's it. This is us working on the Liter of Light project, which will be one of the projects undertaken at the Community Hub. And that's us presenting basically a show house, as they called it, for them to see how the Liter of Light works. I will explain later how it works. So the problem statement here, 27.7, South Africa sits with an unemployment rate of 27.7%, and this is the highest in at least 15 years. Unemployment rate sits at approximately 51% for the youth. And a bulk of the unemployed people are situated in townships, which is predominantly black townships. Our Gini coefficient is at 0.65. And looking at the distribution, red showing the highest inequality and green showing the lowest, it is clear that South Africa has one of the highest inequalities in the world. And that shows the gap between those living in townships, rural areas, and those living in urban areas. We have just slipped into a technical recession, meaning those that are unemployed now have a slimmer chance of getting employed. And it will not help their case if they are not employable. and that's where we come in as well. So Southern Africa is also experiencing the El Nino drought, which is the worst, at least in South Africa, for over a century. And in a water-scarce country such as South Africa, we are now sitting with a water crisis, with Cape Town having less than 80 days of water as we speak. So the problem here is to devise a sustainable method of addressing high unemployment rates, especially among the youth, access to learning and teaching, learning and training, and also water crisis, among other challenges which will come up within the community. So we hope to provide a platform for the free transfer of ICT skills, affordable access to computers, internet, and other associated resources, a platform for practical innovation of solutions and practical skills transfer, an improved platform for the display and selling of MECFO's art and practical work. So the project will involve revamping and equipping of the pre-existing workshop space, which you can see in the middle picture and the picture on your left. Addition of a work area as a makerspace, which is a creative space where they can create new products practically. Addition of the ICT Community Center in a shipping container, a refurbished shipping container, which will incur less cost than building from scratch. And then continuous training programs provided by JCP students who have to do their community engagement projects through the JCP module. So we have a sustainable source of people that will teach the community and transfer these ICT skills for free, and also work in the makerspace. So basically, the services in the ICT Community Center will include basic computer training, which touches on basic hardware, applications, and so forth, and CV, so curriculum vitae. As we found out that a lot of the community members don't even know how to draft a curriculum vitae, which is, I know that there's an American word for it, I've got it, which you may relate to better. A resume. So it's a 5-day course over 5 weeks, every 2 months. And this is already presented successfully at the University of Pretoria Mamelodi campus, which is 8 kilometers away. So it will just be replication of the same project in this area of the community. Advanced computer training, which is Microsoft Office and other advanced internet tools. This will be conducted every 2 months. Basic training benchmark test as a prerequisite to ensure that people, once they get into the advanced computer training, they at least know the basics. And this will help in them becoming more employable within the community and in Pretoria, the city in which they are next to. And at a later stage, programming will be introduced in partnership with the JCP, EBIT faculty, which is the Engineering, Built Environment, and IT faculty at the University of Pretoria, and Geek Culture, which is a 9,000 man strong organization distributing or helping young people learn ICT skills within South African townships. They are in partnership with Microsoft, Intel, IBM, British Council, and so forth. And we are in an official partnership with Geek Culture. An interactive syllabus to be developed, such as using gamification for programming, and computer hackathons, community hackathons, and projects in which Geek Culture has loads of experience in organizing. The makerspace. So this project undertaken will include the Liter of Light, so the continuation of the current Liter of Light project. How this works is basically a bottle, bleach to kill any organisms that might develop in the bottle, refraction of sunlight, and you have lights that is the equivalent of a 55-watt light bulb within a shack whereby there may be no windows. And this is the project we're currently doing, and we wish to continue at the hub. Grey water filtration system. This is a system that we developed. Unfortunately, the design is not shown here. This is a system that we developed, and we became finalists in the South African Hack for Water, conducted by the Department of Water and Sanitation Department. So practical solutions for awareness campaigns, such as the currently ongoing Clean Water campaign pushed by MECFO. Short courses, so basically how they can recycle old products to make new products using their creative skills. And these will be cheaper for the community to use. So the impact matrix, we hope, this is an accumulative number going to the right, so we hope that we can touch 540 people in basic training and so forth. Makerspace, 160 people after 5 years. In conclusion, we've addressed the high employment rate. Not completely solved it, but then we can refer these people to an organization called Harambe, which is an employment acceleration organization that takes people with basic skills and transfers them to hiring agents, to recruiting agents. The proposed project is then the Community Innovation Hub, and we hope to impact at least 900 people in the next 5 years with our partners, Geek Culture, JCP, and EBIT faculty. Thank you.
So presentation open for questions. Suggestions.
Your Makerspace has a lot of interesting products that they make. Is there a way that you can find an outlet for those products so that you can make some profit or revenue out of it, right? Like the informal market that your program talk about,
Yes.
so that you can feature those products and people may like it.
Yeah.
Yes, seems very nice product.
Yes. Thank you for the question. The hub itself is placed at a very strategic place within the community, right? So there is a smaller mall right next to the hub, and so there's a lot of foot traffic moving past it, and people already trust the innovation hub, already trust the people at the forum as leaders of the community. So a lot of people go in and out. So the forum itself is a place to display that. But as well, they also have a space there's a Mamelodi Square, which is right next to a taxi rank. So we use minibuses, and a lot of people will get into those. Yeah. So they have a space at the community square, at the Mamelodi Square, and we hope to transform that space into a place where they can display all their art, all their creations from the recycled products and so forth. And there's literally thousands of people that pass there using taxis every day. And it wasn't presented here, but that's also part of the intention of the project.
But I guess Professor Lee is trying to lead to you create not just innovation, but you need entrepreneurship.
Oh yes, yes.
To convert that technical training into business, into employment.
Yes, okay. We have a partnership we have a general understanding with the Innovation Hub, which is round about 8 kilometers from the forum. That's where Geek Culture is stationed. Geek Culture does not only provide ICT skills, but they also provide entrepreneurial skills. They are consultants for ICT businesses, ICT startups, right? So they also bring that perspective of business into every program that they introduce. So it's innovation with an outlet. So yeah.
Good. Any other questions? No? Oh, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.